Welcome back. Today we are taking you behind headline-grabbing true crime stories. This next one takes us back to September of 2016. A frantic 911 call and the dramatic rescue of a woman who'd been violently kidnapped and assaulted during a 40-hour ordeal. The victim was lucky to be alive. Then detectives uncovered that her kidnapper, Sean Great, was much more. He was in fact a serial killer who had murdered 5 women during a 10-year killing spree in Ohio. It is the subject of the hit podcast, The Hand in the Window, hosted by ABC News correspondent John Quiñones, who is diving into the chilling case. Take a look.
911, what is the address to your emergency?
A terrified woman tells the operator she's been kidnapped, assaulted, and that she's trapped in a room with her attacker. He's fallen asleep, so she quietly and ever so carefully finds his phone and calls for help.
Is there any way you can get out of the building? I don't know without waking him. I'm scared.
It is a compelling and unbelievable story in so many ways, and I think very few correspondents or reporters add more sensitivity and light to stories like our next guest. Please welcome ABC News correspondent John Quiñones.
Thank you. Look at you, girl. How are you? Great to be back.
Welcome back.
Oh, what a pleasure.
Come on out.
Having me on. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I mean it. Come closer. I mean it when I say, you know, you and I have covered crime and true crime for many, many years. You add a level of sensitivity like no one else. I am so fascinated by the fact that you've said you covered this story for 2020, and this is still one of the most chilling cases that you've covered.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was frightening, and the heroes in the story, the police officer who were involved to break the case and to go after and get him to confess, were remarkable.
The podcast title, The Hand in the Window, is inspired by a moment in Jane Doe's rescue. Take us through what happened there.
She calls 911 and she says, I'm being held, I'm tied to a mattress. He has raped me, he has assaulted me for the last couple of days, he's fallen asleep, I've managed to grab his cell phone. So she's whispering to 911 saying, please come help me. She has no idea where she's at. The dispatcher just gently prods her and keeps her on the line. At one point, the kidnapper wakes up and she puts the phone down, and it seems like forever.
Tell me the role of Officer Kurt Dorsey.
He's just remarkable. He was the guy who saw the hand in the window, which she winds up putting her hand in the window to the house. And he sees it finally, because they've been creeping around very quietly. And he sees that and he says, man, I would have broken down a wall to get through to this woman. And he rescues her and he arrests the abductor.
We actually have tape from the podcast. Let's take a listen.
Yeah.
Once I heard the door unlock, I opened it, and she stood there in the doorway, fully nude, and just looked like she had seen a ghost. The shock on her face was unreal. I'll never forget it. I don't think I've ever felt so much relief to find her.
He's a father himself,
Right.
so he knows.
I know police suspect Sean Great was behind the disappearances of other local women. This individual who ultimately was arrested in this and convicted in this. And the retired detective Kim Major interrogated him. We have some of the footage. Let's play it.
We can't find Elizabeth. We'll find her, but we can't right now. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I need your help.
Give me some perspective on that clip.
She's in a room by herself with a serial killer, by the way. She did 8
And by
interviews.
this point, they know he's a suspect.
No, they don't know. They keep asking about some of the other women, and he tells them finally. He breaks down and says, yes, there's 2 other women in the house right now. So in the 2 closets where Jane Doe was being held in that house, in one closet, there's one body of another woman under a pile of clothes. In another closet downstairs, there's trash dumped on top of another body. There are flies all over the closet. He has sealed it off with tape. For weeks, these women had been there.
Coming up, Kim Major, the detective who went head-to-head with the serial killer, how she got those pivotal confessions in what's described as a 33-hour perilous interrogation. We'll be right back.
That's great.
Oh, my God.